Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everyone? How you doing tonight? It's Monday, I believe. At this point, I think it is Monday. I don't quite know anymore. If I'm being perfectly bluntly honest, I don't know what day it is anymore. It's just the way the whole thing plays out, you know, being the stay-at-home dad. It kind of fucks with your daytime and shit. Plus, I was out running some errands, getting a haircut, and didn't get back until a little bit later than I wanted to. So, unfortunately, I am running a few minutes behind today. What's going on, Alice? How are you? What's going on, Rachel? What's going on, Cyrus? What's going on, Gian? How are you? Heroic idiot. You didn't get first. You came in close, though. You came in. You stoned as hell, Cluck. That's good, man. I'm glad you stoned. I am. I'm glad that you are inebriated in a way that I cannot be right now. Hopefully one day soon I will. So, it's the end of April. It is the end of April. Yeah, that's true. You got your first car. That's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. I remember my first car. 1982 280ZX Turbo. Little sports car. Yeah, right. Little two-seater sports car. Had the T-tops. Shit didn't last a fucking summer, dude. I did not take care of that car, which was my bad. Which is very much my bad. But no, having your first car is always good, man. What's going on, Void? How are you, buddy? Kevin, how's it going? So, yeah, I just read, before going on, some stuff that really kind of, like, makes you feel bad. Total Biscuit posted an update a few hours ago about his health. It is, it's not looking good. Unfortunately for Total Biscuit right now, it is not looking very well. And, with any luck, he will, he will, pull through whatever's happening right now. But, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Total Biscuit, which is sad, man. Which is sad. I like TB. You know, I've always liked TB. I feel really bad what's going on with him right now, and everything else. And that's just unfortunate, that, anyone's going through that kind of shit. So, you got your first car for $3,000 because it was expected you'd wreck it within a year. Jesus, dude. My car was like $800. You know, you gotta do that shit. You gotta make sure that shit is locked the fuck down. All right. So I don't know if, YouTube is notifying people that this is going on. Unfortunately, there is I don't know. So we'll wait and see what's going on. YouTube's been acting real screwy. I talked to a guy I know today who's got close to 1 million subs. I mean, he's been at this game since 2011. And he's made it work for him really well. He's a gaming YouTuber, does super well for himself. And he was on Facebook because we've actually been friends since before he started his channel. And he was talking about how, like, it's been so screwy this last month. And this new video we put out there was, like, so poorly viewed. Like, it just didn't get any views. And he basically was like, he's like, am I a has-been now? Am I totally a has-been? Is this where my career is at? You know, and this guy's got like a lot of fucking subs and people really like him. He gets flown to like a whole shit ton of events every single year. But that is the reality of the situation we find ourselves in right now at the platform. Certain videos aren't going out. They're just not going out. Certain things are not being shared with your audience. And, you know, that's the unfortunate bit. A lot of people out there, are just having trouble seeing stuff. And so it becomes frustrating. So this guy is a really, really, really upbeat, really, really, really good dude. And so I hit him up privately and I'm just like, hey, bro, is everything okay? So we talked a little bit, you know, I'm like, hey, if you ever want to chit chat, I'm here, you know, because I get it, man. Like, I understand. So that's one of the things. So I was asked last night, like, if I knew a lot of YouTubers, if a lot of us were friends. A lot of us are acquaintances. We talk the business because we kind of have to talk the business. You know, we have to understand like what the hell is going on. We have to understand what the hell YouTube is up to. We have to understand where things are at, because unfortunately they just ain't fucking telling us, you know. And so it's a real high and low scenario. It's a real high and low scenario, but that's okay. I mean, I think, you know, we're coming at the end. April's a shit month. Taxes, no one wants to deal with that shit. Ads are down across the board. YouTube's been playing with their algorithm. People are just upset. But tomorrow's a new day. Strike April 2018 off the calendar. Move it over into May, right? Avengers Infinity War's currently in theaters. It's kicking serious ass. It's a good fucking movie. Deadpool 2 is 3 weeks away. Not even that, 2.5 weeks away now. And then, of course, you know, there's a lot of other shit going on. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it. But I do feel there should be more than 16 people watching right now. That is definitely that's weird. There should be more. I am kind of surprised that there is not more. That is, yeah, I think well, the thing is, it's just not going out. It's just not like you go live and then it just kind of might have fucked up. I also set the reminder for 5 minutes before going live, so it didn't really work out very well. I don't know, man. Like I said, this shit gets really fucking weird super quick. So, oh, that's why. That's why it's, fuck me. God damn it. It was set to unlisted. That's why. It was set to unlisted. So that's why no one's seeing it except for who got linked into it. That is lame. Jesus Christ, YouTube. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. The shit gets weird. Shit gets crazy. So, we'll wait a few minutes. Yeah, you saw on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. Derry, I'm going to go back to Twitch, for, maybe doing the live. I might go over there. Okay, let me tell you why I jumped back over. For one, I just happen to like YouTube, right? Like Twitch is, I feel weird being IRL on, you know, doing the IRL stuff on Twitch. I'm not against it, but I might save it for like doing something like a special kind of thing. You know, I just prefer the YouTube platform. It's kind of where my home is. It feels weird going. It feels like I'm cheating to go someplace else. But another thing is I wanted to try a trick I had learned. And this trick I had learned was called velocity viewing, right? And the idea with velocity viewing is you have a video that you want to publish, you want to put it out there. So you do a live stream and you bring in people come on in. At the end of the live stream, you publish the video, you link everyone over to the video, and then they go watch it. And it's meant to tell YouTube that there's a lot of people wanting to watch this, and then it helps kind of bump it up in the ranking. Well, it works like kind of, but like when you're doing one video with 3 individual stories, people don't really want to see that, so they don't really watch it. So it becomes a thing. It becomes a very weird thing. And so it was a test. It was a theory jumping from Twitch back over here. And yeah, man. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'm probably playing with a few things. I probably messed with a little bit too much this month. In general, and I think it might have just kind of bit me in the ass a little bit, which is fine. You know, these things happen. So real cute sending those guys to the server from the YouTube Saints server. What are you talking? I didn't send anyone over. Like who? I know that there are people from the YouTube Saints server, that have been hanging out in my Discord. Oh. C-Took, are you Dr. Squiggums? Is that what you are? Is that what I'm seeing here? So I'm getting asked to go over to the YouTube Saints server, is what I'm being asked to go take a look at right now. They want me to come over to YouTube Saints. Yeah, I occasionally I pop up in their voice chat, and everything else, but we'll wait and see what happens here. More people pop on in. Let's see. Do I think that CNN, very fake news, is probably getting that Trump is getting vindicated? I didn't see the article about Mueller saying most of the stories were false. Where'd you send that off to? I don't think that Trump is getting vindicated in the way that you want. I think that when it comes to North Korea, he's getting vindicated. Absolutely. And I do think that it is warranted. I will fully agree with that. What's going on, Tony? And Jason, the YouTube Saints is a podcast show run by Jeff Holiday and Wizard of Cause on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over on YouTube Saints here on YouTube. And then Thursdays, it's like 4 p.m. or some shit. It's called Midweek Saints, and it's on Twitch. So they do that. That's one of the things they're up to right now is they do their show. And I like their show quite a bit. It helped me get home last night when I was driving back up from Portland. But I haven't heard about the Mueller thing. The shit was false. But you got to tell me where you sent that to. If you sent it over to the blog, let me just go and double check that. Let's see. I don't know. Apparently I haven't gotten a oh, there we go. There's a submission link. Let me see. Okay, Democrats lose ground with millennials, Seattle employee tax. Oh, Mueller warns many stories about Trump-Russia investigation are inaccurate. There we go. That's the one. I didn't see this one. Okay. Well, does it say which stories are inaccurate? So I don't know. It's entirely possible that nothing happened. I mean, it's entirely possible that, you know, there hasn't been any leaks coming out of the Mueller investigation, but so it depends on what exactly the stories are. And you could also be downplaying much of it in order to not compromise the investigation. Because if the investigation comes across as being compromised or comes across as being, what's the word I want to use here? If it comes across as being like tainted in any way, like it's leaking like a sieve sort of thing, that won't work out well for Trump or for Mueller. They'll have an excuse to shut it down. So he could be playing the game by saying like, no, nothing's going on. The stories aren't true. They're totally true. But no, they're fake. Oh, come on. You know, it could be any one of those things. So we really won't know until it comes up. There's that. I don't know what it could be. But anyway, all right. Now it seems, now that the stream is actually considered public, people are coming in, which is good. You know, I don't have that nice long half-hour intro like other shows do. I gave it a few minutes just to run the patrons because they're people who support the channel. Very cool that they do. If you wanna get in on the action of supporting the Patreon account, I'm just gonna show this once tonight. We've got 2 hours and 10 minutes, 11 minutes until the closing of the bell for the month of April. So that's something to consider. But in the meantime, no, it's fine. It's fine. I always feel weird doing that too, right? Like you watch shows and they're just all like, they pimp it. And, you know, you're just like, I'm like, that's so odd. But hopefully we will get more people as they start coming on in here. That would explain, hold on. So that's, let's see. Apparently people are coming into we are getting hit by the Saints or whatever. I got hit by the Clown Squad, or whatever the fuck it was last night. The Clown Squad or the Clown Gang, whatever. I was on a live stream with some of those guys for a while last night. It got pretty interesting. Ended up having an interesting, ended up having a very interesting conversation with some people over there in another live stream. Let's see here. Adam Davidson, he wants a McGriddle. I don't blame you, sir. You're topping this from the month of May on the East Coast. Well, William, how is the future? Tell me, do you know the lottery numbers? Input outsource. I know there was a screw up in terms of my fault and YouTube's fault. I didn't see that the stream was set to unlisted. So it went out unlisted. So I'm like, oh, there's only like 18 people in here. Like, this is very weird. And it turns out that no, unfortunately, it was just that. What if you're right about Trump getting? What if you are right about Trump getting vindicated? I think, you know, here's the thing: if Trump, if there is absolutely like everything was false, everything was just, you know, a gigantic waste of time, I think we will see a lot of people very much eating crow, and I'll have to as well. I admit that. So that's going to be, I think, a very interesting experience if that happens. But you can see like CNN and like MSNBC, they're like holding on for dear life. Like, please let it be real. Please let it be real. So that's obviously, going to be a thing. But so yeah, tonight I wanted to go through some different stories. These aren't for videos. These are just smaller things. I got about 5 stories you can go through here that I think are gonna be pretty interesting. And of course, if you guys find other crazy shit to send my way, you guys can always do that. I was looking through. I kind of feel like news is a little bit off this week. Some good, some bad, some crap. Obviously, it's it's there's some of the shit. There's like sometimes you get good news, sometimes you get bad news, sometimes you get bad news. Like just bad, lame shit news, and that's kind of where we are today. I feel. Oh, here's something interesting. So in 1998, Marvel offered the cinematic rights to almost all of its characters to Sony for $25 million. Sony rejected the offer and only purchased the rights to Spider-Man for $10 million, believing that movie audiences would only care about him. And they're not entirely wrong about that for a while. That's interesting because the Sony like, I mean, at this point now, Spider-Man's profitable because it joined into the cinematic universe. And so that's interesting shit right there. That's cool, man. I really enjoyed Infinity War. I can't wait to go watch it again. There are some copies of it that have popped up online that are okay. And, some stuff is pretty bad. But, there's a copy of it here. It doesn't look that bad. There's Avengers Infinity War 2018 proper 720p HD cam 8x264. Man, this movie is like just gonna be pirated, but the quality is actually not horrible. Looking at some of the screenshots I've seen here. Of course, you should never pirate a movie. You should always pay to see it in theaters. You should actually. I really feel you should at this point definitely pay to see a movie in theaters because it's clearly the best way to experience a film. Because nowadays movies are fucking events. You know what I mean? Like they're no longer just like, hey, you want to go see Sandlot? You want to just like go hang out on a Saturday afternoon, like watch a movie? It's like, all right, man, who's got the squad? Squad up. All right, who's cosplaying as Thor? Who's Captain America? Who's fucking Ant-Man? Who's not in the movie? And then it's like everyone gets there early. You're dressed up. You got your popcorn. I mean, these things are events. Like people who go to like sporting events or fucking boxing matches or MMA fights. It's like it's the same kind of mentality. You go in there and you're pumped up. You want to see it with a crowd of people. It's not the same as watching it at home. It isn't. But you do it because you want to be there. You want to be in the moment. And then that's the whole point. That's what you do. I think that's gonna be for a lot of the good shit there. All right. Let's see. William says, I'm not a pirate. I don't even have a boat, sir. But do you sail the high seas of the internet? Better Spider-Man, Toby or Andrew? I'm gonna say Toby. I liked Toby a lot. Ty-In says he only goes to his local drive-in, can still be antisocial and smoke. Yeah, dude, I hear you, man. I used to go to the drive-in before I started working there, and then after I started working there too, with my friends and just get fucking wasted. Just watch movies and get drunk. And then I started working there, and then I got paid to watch movies and get drunk, so that was fucking cool. Oh no, legitimately. Let me tell you guys, let me take you back to the summer of 2004. All right, 14 years ago. Well, close enough at least. Alien vs. Predator had just opened. It was the first week of August 2004. Summer was winding down. It was a good year. Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, some good movies had come out. But we were getting to the end of the summer. AVP was playing. We had it showing on the first weekend. Right, I'm getting out there ready to go clean because I always have to go clean the theater and everything else once it's over. And I'm sitting there and I get done with my work in the snack bar and I light up a cigarette and I'm hanging out and watching AVP. My boss comes over holding a beer and he goes, "Hey Matt, you see that couch over there?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, people sitting on a couch enjoying the movie. This is a drive-in. They do that." He's like, "Yeah, you see, they didn't bring that couch, and I went to go get that couch." But then they jumped out of their vehicle and they stole that couch. Can you go get me that couch? And I'm like, dude, you are like the manager. You can go and do this yourself. And he's like, yeah, but I'm drinking, so I really can't do it. I'm like, why don't you put the fucking beer down? He's a lazy ass. He's still one of my best friends at this point, but he's a fucking lazy ass. Anyway, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go get your goddamn couch. Okay. I'll go get it. right? I'll go work for, you, which I'm already doing, but whatever. So what I do is I go inside the snack bar, I grab a flashlight, a pen, a piece of paper, walk back out to the group of people that are hanging out there, because as it used to be at the drive-in, we would have people who were kind of on the list who would come down every weekend. They'd just get in for free, and they'd always hang out. So there were two guys that were there, both of whom were taller than me. And I said, hey, you guys come with me, you two. They're both shit-faced hammered. They didn't give a fuck. So they come with me. We walk over to where the couch is, and I shine the light at the license plate of the SUV, right? And I get the attention of the people sitting in the couch, and they're like, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "No, it's okay. Don't mind me, guys. Sorry, I have to write down your plate number, make and model of your vehicle." And they're like, "But why? Why are you doing that?" I'm like, no big deal. Like, it's company policy. Okay, if you bring a large ticket item in, like a chair or a couch, we just have to mark down your plate number and your make and model of vehicle, because if you leave the item behind, we have to bill you for its disposal and destruction. And they're just like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. Just take the couch with you. If you guys are good, you're fine. It's your couch. You'll be good to go. No worries. And they're like, well, it's not our couch. And I'm like, well, obviously it's your couch. You guys are using it right now. And they're like, no, it's not our couch. We found it. I'm like, well, I didn't get out here until right now. I'm so sorry. So I didn't see anyone else with this couch. I'm seeing you with this couch. But again, hey, no problem. Take it with you and you guys are fine. And the SUV couldn't even hold the couch, right? There's no way. So they're like, but wait, what's the, how much does it cost in order to do this? And I'm like, well, the removal and the disposal of the couch, it boils down to about approximately, I'm like $150, right? And they're like, $150? Oh my God. Like, we can't afford that, because they're all like 18-year-olds, right? And like, we don't have that kind of money. I'm all like, ooh, well, that's kind of a tough pickle we find ourselves in, right? I mean, like, obviously you guys are using the couch, and I didn't see anyone else with the couch, so, I don't know. And they're like, well, what do we do? And I said, okay, I'll tell you guys what. I'm in a good mood. I'll tell you guys what. You guys have two options. You guys can take the couch with you and everything will be fine, or I can take the couch right now. And they all jumped up, and I just went, I snapped my fingers, and the two other dudes walked over, picked it up, carried it back, maybe like 50 feet, right? If 50 feet. I walk over, I sit back down, someone hands me a beer, I crack it open, I light up another cigarette, and I go back to watching the fucking movie. Stole the kid's couch. We kept it for a few days. It worked out pretty well. So yeah. Hold on. There's, okay, Talis, you have to understand, my boss was asking me to get the couch. It was left there by other people, right? I had to convince the kids to let me have the couch, right? So I had to let them think that they were going to be charged. It's I'm just saying, this is the kind of shit that went on there, right? Like, we were really, really lazy. Abuse of power for the feels, just pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I felt bad afterward. But I mean, the thing is, the movie was like almost over and shit. We just wanted a place to sit down and drink beer. That's all it boiled down to. I wasn't a dick. I was nice about it the whole time. I'm a dick to people who were dick to me, but these kids weren't dicks. They just didn't, like, my boss wanted it, and I was tasked with achieving that goal, or with completing that goal. So that's how it was, man. Like, that's how it was. We've had people there that would come on in, and the teenagers that would come drinking booze. We'd catch them drinking booze. We knew they were underage. We would then confiscate their beer and then open it and drink it in front of them. You know what I mean? Like, we go, oh yeah, you got those Coronas are nice there. You guys can't have them Coronas, because the Coronas, you're not legal to have these, but I am. It was a fun time. It was a good time. I miss that place. So naive kids, yeah, tons of naive kids. They don't want to deal with the cops. They don't want to deal with cops. They deal with us. We're cool. There are people. There was one time, not even kidding you, people would get out of their car and they'd piss all the time on the ground. It always really annoyed us, because we have bathrooms, and we don't want to step in their piss as we're walking around, because you don't know if it's water, if it's alcohol, if it's soda, or if it's urine. You have no idea. It's a dark parking lot. It's the middle of the night. And people would get out the side of their vehicle and they'd piss or whatever. So my boss he'd get really irked and usually pretty drunk. And so if he heard somebody doing that, he would just walk over to the other side of their vehicle, whip it out, and start pissing on their tire. I'm not even kidding. He would do this. And when they were like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, what the fuck, bro? He's all like, I don't know, bro. This is where the bathroom is, right? I mean, never mind. It's right fucking there. But apparently right here is where the bathroom is. We fucked with people constantly because they would come there and they would treat the place like shit. And so we had to fuck with them in order to establish order. So, so there's definitely that. Corona tastes like piss. Nah. Corona's good, man. Corona's fucking tight. Corona's my jam. One of my favorite Corona drinking experiences, I was in Ensenada, Mexico for my 30th birthday. And I go to this little rickety cantina on the coast next to La Bufadora. It's a blowhole on the side of this fucking cliff and shit. Basically, water just comes up the cliff and it shoots up like a blowhole. And it was like $1.25 for a fresh Corona. And it was ice cold, beautiful spring day. Grabbed a lime, tossed it in there, walked over, grabbed a little rickety-ass lawn chair, walked to the edge of a cliff, sat down, and just looked out into the Pacific, man. It was fucking midday, beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm just kicking back. It was my 30th birthday. We're on this cruise, you know. I was enjoying it. I couldn't afford much. We were really broke to take this cruise. We did it because, like, we were able to afford it, but, like, nothing else. And so I just sat back with my beer and kicked back. Because you don't live in Southern California and not have a love of Mexican beer. There's just no way. Like, people who move to Southern California, they get to know Coronas pretty well. I mean, hell, even my boss sounds hilarious. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's calmed down now. He's 41. He's got a kid now. His son's less than a year old. Or no, his son is about a year old. I got invited to the birthday party, but I can't make it down to San Diego. And, you know, we've been friends since I was 19 and he was 24. So, or 23 or 24. So we've been friends since 2001. And that's a long time. It's like 17 years I've known this guy. And, you know, like we've fucked around so much. We've like burned shit. We've lit off fireworks and gasoline. We did that one night. We poured like a pool of gasoline on the parking lot and like put firecrackers inside the gasoline and then like lit one and tossed it in hoping that it would ignite the gasoline. It didn't. So then we tried to get down to ignite the gasoline ourselves. That didn't really work out very well. You know, we've done a lot of shit. We've just done so much stupid shit out there. You're not a fan of Coronas. How can you not be a fan of Coronas? Tecate's pretty good. Not a huge Modelo fan. You're a San Diego native and you can't stand Mexican beer. I don't believe you're a San Diego native, sir. Wait, hold on. Are you East County? Because I wouldn't believe that one goddamn bit. If you're like, I'm East County and I don't drink Mexican beer, you are a liar. Or you drink Natty Ice. Admit it. Admit it. Fucking Natty Ice. That's how you know you're in like a really like poor part of town, when it's like everyone's drinking natural ice, because that's like the beverage. You know, you go to certain hipster parts of San Diego and everyone's like, oh, I have a PBR on tap. Would you like some Pabst Blue Ribbon? And every time I'm like, no, I want a Corona. God damn it. Tecate tastes like poo water. Some kids are impatient when it comes to the tasting of booze. That's very true. It's very true. But I mean, maybe it's because like I like Corona. Maybe that's what it was. I could only get my hands on Corona. No. For me, it was like MGM Light or Miller Light. That was what I could get. MGM. What the fuck? Miller Light was the one I could get my hands on when I was younger. So Dos Equis is good. I like Dos Equis. Let's see. Would I rather eat cake made from cookie dough or cookie made of cake? I'd rather have a cake made from cookie dough. Oh, okay. You're from El Cajon and National Shitty. All right. Fucking El Cajon, man. Oh, man. Fucking El Cajon. Oh, Jesus Christ. That fucking city, man. The fucking city. Bombing down, 2nd Avenue, right? Or what? Winter Gardens turns to 2nd and then pops into Hamisha. but if you're not from the area and don't realize that the J's sound like H's, you think it's Jamaica, right? But hey, man, at least there was decent fucking, you know, you had A-Frame. That was a good taco shop. Sombrero is a great taco shop. Lots of good shit there. I do miss San Diego quite a bit. What's going on, Otherberry? How are you, man? So you still learn that Zima still exists. It's not that Zima still exists, William. It's that they brought Zima back. They brought it back. That's the scary thing. They brought Zima back. Here where you live, Corona tastes like piss and everyone drinks it. Gotta put some lime in that shit, man. Fucking lime. I know it's a gringo thing, but you gotta put lime in that, man. Let's see. You're never a fan of beer, but when you did, you had Guinness or another stout. God. I'm not a fucking. I'm like a light colored beer person. I can't do the dark beers. They just drive me up the wall. Would I rather eat pizza in the shape of a cake or cake in the shape of a pizza? Yes to either one of those things. Your dad, you pronounce it El Cajun. Oh God, you're one of them. You're one of them. You're one of them, aren't you? Void, you saw Infinity War. You thought it was great. That's good, man. That's good. Infinity War is a good movie. You drank beer in your 20s, David, because everyone else did. Eventually you decided you just don't like beer. I like beer on occasion. I mean, if I'm going to get fucking wrecked, I will go for like, I'll go for, Silver, Patron, which is like $80 a bottle, but it is good. I did 8 shots of that one night, like in an hour, and whew, that fucked me up, but it was good times. Did I ever drink berry flavored beer? I have not. I have not. I seem like the kind of guy to be fun to grab a drink with. Yeah, you should ask people who were at Kilroy. We had the after party the first night, and I was drinking like sangria double fisted, you know. So I was pretty fucking wrecked. Would I rather grab a beer with Alex Jones or Jordan Peterson? Alex Jones in a heartbeat. That could actually be fun. I would probably get really annoyed with Jordan Peterson. I would just keep asking him, where's Miss Piggy? I don't dislike Jordan Peterson. I also just don't see the hype surrounding Jordan Peterson. I can understand Alex Jones's popularity. Jim Gore, I have not seen Batman Ninja. What's going on, Fry Guy? How are you, buddy? Yeah, the hard stuff is fun, but sometimes you just want to have like a lighter buzz. You don't want to get totally fucking wrecked. That's where beer comes in handy. We were at the last night of Kilroy. We had a small party at Bunty's, and they had Coronitas, just tons of Coronitas, right? It's like, ooh, they bought like 1 case of Coronitas. It's like, Jesus, man. So if I'm gonna put fruit in beer, it's gonna be the real hoppy or dark beer. Fruit and beer is too mild, tastes like Kool-Aid. I agree. Alex Jones will talk about gay frogs being drunk, probably, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I think it'd be really fun to see Alex Jones straight tore up on fucking booze and talking about gay frogs and shit. So that's how I see that shit, man. That's how I see that shit. That's what I want to see. That's how I want to roll. I would like to see. I mean, Alex Jones. I'd probably like ask certain questions that would get me in trouble with him. Mostly because I just like to fuck with Alex Jones. Would I rather drink with Milo or Paul Joseph Watson? I would probably rather drink with Milo because I think it would be a much more provocative evening. Paul Joseph Watson, from what I gather, is a shut-in. He's very what you see on his videos is an act. It's entirely an act, you know. Imagine my shit. I can't do it right, but that to him that's an act. And so, but Milo's an act too, but Milo's a very flamboyant act. And that could be interesting. If I were on InfoWars, what do I think you'd talk to Alex Jones about? I would ask him about the finer details of Pizzagate, but he can't legally talk about that anymore, so he wouldn't talk to me. Actually, you know, here's the thing. Legitimately, truly, legitimately, if I could, in fact, talk with Alex Jones, I would like to know more about when he infiltrated the Bohemian Grove in California. It's a documentary he did. It was good. It was really good shit. Have I heard of auto brewery syndrome? Is that where your body naturally produces alcohol? Is that what you're talking about? So I should meet David Icke instead. He believes all the crazy things you always claim Alex Jones does. Alex Jones believes what he says. I wholeheartedly believe that. Milo is funnier. Look at Sargon and him drinking. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was pretty good. I was watching that while I was on like the treadmill at the gym. I'm watching the stream of Sargon and Milo drunk off their ass after having just hung out with the Ralph retort in London. So that was pretty good. Would I enjoy having a beer with Donald Trump? You know, I probably would, except for the fact that Donald Trump doesn't drink. So would I have a Diet Coke with Donald Trump? Yeah, sure. I'd have a conversation. You know, I'd have a conversation with him and everything else. It could be about anything, really. Would I rather drink with Bill Cosby or Bill Clinton? Probably Bill Clinton, because Bill Cosby likes to slip in a little something extra. He likes to dip into the candy bag, become the candy man, you know, so I'd be okay. People on keto may also cause false breath. Lieutenant Dan, you keep bringing up goddamn keto, whatever the fuck it is. Doesn't say a lot of what you claim he has or joked. Wait, hold on, what? He doesn't say a lot of what you've claimed. Yeah, what are you talking about? Everything I've said about Alex Jones, he's fucking said, dude. He also fucking pulls back a lot of shit too. If I was in war and the enemy was spraying bullets at me, would I pretend to die so he would stop? Probably. It's, you know, like, oh shit, let me just dive under the water and crap. What are my thoughts on the white girl who dressed in Chinese dress? It was pure bullshit coming from this SJWPC. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, but it's obviously horseshit. It's obviously horseshit. So it's, that whole thing. Yeah, that's on my docket for tomorrow. So is Matt Groening. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. Matt Groening did an interview with, USA Today. And when is this from? Here, April 27th. That's a longer interview and shit, but yeah. Yeah, basically Matt Groening was like, yeah, fuck the Apu controversy and shit. So I gotta talk about the cultural appropriation shit. That would be a thing. That would be on the docket for tomorrow. I will say though, I thought the Stormy Daniels video would maybe do a little bit better. It tanked. It crashed and burned. Some videos just crash and burn. They do, like, you know. I saw, I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting thing. And then I'm like, wait, maybe this isn't a good story because I don't know if the audience is going to like it. Apparently, the guy who brought the dress up is a racist, according to Twitter. He said some things that are questionable. Yeah. And he gets up there. See, the thing is, he's all like, man, I'm really sorry for, like, what I said. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't mean to, like, be constantly dropping the N-bomb. It ain't my word. It ain't my culture. But, I mean, I learn, I grow, I evolve. I'm a person. And then you're like, yeah, but what about the girl you fucking sent 100,000 people after because she wore a dress? Have you apologized to the young woman, sir? And the answer to that is probably no. There's that. So here's the thing, Talus. The reason why Hank Azaria said he was sorry for Apu is he's got no control over any of that shit. I don't legitimately think that he's sorry. I think he's just trying to cover his own ass. But yeah, Stormy Daniels has played out, so don't expect any more videos about that. I just thought it was an interesting story, but yeah, don't expect any more videos. The woman who plays Bart needs to apologize for giving $10 million to the Church of Scientology. I 100% agree. Do I think The Simpsons will cave to the SJWs and retire the Apu character? I actually don't. I don't think they're gonna retire it. Question for anyone with cats: does your cat meow wanting in the room, but once you open the door, they run off? No, my cat will like to claw at the carpet until I get so frustrated with it because like I don't want the carpet destroyed to do that. And then here's the problem: is I went to a baby shower on Saturday, and I got up in the morning and I got dressed, and usually I thought all the cats were out of my room. One of my cats was still in my office. She tore up a fair chunk of my carpet at the door, like down to the wood, and so that I'm not too happy about that. So the White House Correspondents' Dinner is politics Oscars. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest with you. What's going on, Crow? How are you? I would argue that it's definitely like I rewatched the Michelle Wolf thing today. I rewatched her speech. It's biting as fuck, dude. She fucking laid out some serious. She laid down some serious barbs, and I'm fine with that shit too. I think she did a good job. I think fucking going after Sarah Huckabee Sanders is fine. You know, the press secretary is basically just the propaganda minister for the fucking president, like flat out. And it doesn't matter which it doesn't matter, you know, what administration it is. That's their job, is to advance the president's agenda and to back up what the president says. So if she's never not gonna sit there and fucking lie for the president, obviously, but at the same time, I give her mad props for going to the event and sitting there and taking it. I do. The Munchkin is doing well. Would I rather have a drink with Anita Sarkeesian or Mike Cernovich? Oh, definitely Anita Sarkeesian. If it was Mike Cernovich, I would just keep asking him how his cum tastes. You know, because I'm pretty positive that when he's all like, oh, I'm testing nootropics on myself, he's really just like, you know, shooting just loads in his mouth. Let's see. Do I ever see the story about Justin Trudeau going back on his promise of turning back refugees? I don't know. I don't know about that one. You don't care about what she said about Sarah, but that abortion comment was disgusting and not funny. I actually found it to be pretty funny. You know, don't knock it till you try it, and then make sure you knock it because you want to get that baby out of there. Like it was like, damn, but she went there, man. She fucking went there. The Uncle Tom wasn't a racist remark. The Uncle Tom comment was in response to like, what's the Uncle Tom for white women who disappoint other white women? And it was Aunt Coulter. That was the joke. It was an Ann Coulter joke, right? Like it's a layered fucking joke. It's a layered joke. It was good. I know. I thought the whole thing was pretty goddamn good. I really liked it. She's catching a lot of flack though. A lot of flack. Drink beer with Chris Chan or Paul Feig. I'd probably Paul Feig. Chris Chan would just be fucking weird, man. Chris Chan would just be fucking weird. Because I'm pretty certain if I had drinks with Chris Chan, she would continuously ask me to donate to her Patreon for no real reason, just because she's wanting to go in through Patreon. Mexico has elections later this year. You wonder what Trump will tweet then? I don't know. Something to anger everybody. Some people were offended. Michelle used the word pussy in one of her jokes. Yeah, I know. She's pussy a couple. Did you hear the joke though? She's like, oh, they make these pussy hats. I didn't know that's what a pussy looked like. Mine just has too much hair, right? Like she made a joke about herself. She made a joke about being, she cracked on herself quite a bit too. Made fun of her own voice, made fun of her everything else. She catches a lot of flack, but she went after everybody. I give her credit. So people need to lay off this shit with Sarah though. Fucking Sarah Huckabee, she didn't say anything about Sarah's physical appearance. She complimented her ingenuity. She actually explained the eyeliner joke. Because it wasn't about Sarah's physical appearance. It was just like, you know, about, well, maybe the makeup could be constituted as such. I don't agree with that though. You know, like, as I said in my video, the whole Aunt Lydia thing is basically Aunt Lydia in Handmaid's Tale. She ends up basically acting as kind of like, she you know, carries out the will, the command of the leaders, in Gilead and whatnot, kind of similar to what what Sarah Huckabee Sanders is doing a little bit in terms of like advancing their agenda. So that's the way I took it. But people were like, oh, I mean, the softball comment, maybe mannish. I get that, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So Rush doesn't drink or smoke anymore. He still pops pills, doesn't he? If you have to explain a joke, it's by definition not funny. But if you have to explain a joke to people who just aren't getting the joke, then that's kind of on them too, right? Like it's the thing is the people in that room had their heads up their asses and they needed to be roasted. Like they needed to be roasted. I'm completely there. Jose, you watch No Bullshit? Yeah, I know Brooks. I watch his videos occasionally. He's openly said, this is just a thing. He's openly said he reviews South Park from a conservative slant in order to act as a recruitment tool. So, think of that what you will. Well, the thing is they wanted to do the They want to do it. They wanted to go after Sarah. They wanted to use the physical appearance thing as a way to kind of like justify their outrage over jokes. That's all it was. Am I excited about the new Karate Kid? What, Cobra Kai? The show Cobra Kai? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. No bullshit is bullshit. I thought it was really funny when No Bullshit passed out drunk at VidCon and then tried to claim that Bunty doxed him because Bunty took a selfie with him as he was blacked out on a chair. You know, in a place where everyone has cameras. In a place that you have no expectation of privacy while at VidCon. Not one. Not one. So there's that. The Stormy Daniels story is a pile of shit. Coffee Troll, do you have citations for that, or are you just giving your personal opinion? These are things I'd like to know. Hey, Gina, what's crack-a-lackin'? How are you? You know, Gina, if you are up, I would like to bring you on. If you got the Discords, you jump on. I want to talk to you about your experience watching Kilroy from a potato phone last weekend. I am very curious to know your thoughts on that one. So she should be fired. Who should be fired? Oh, do I think that Joy Reid will be fired? Yeah, I will fully admit I have not followed that story very closely. I heard about some blog posts and some things that she said, and then she's like, I don't think I wrote them, but I'm sorry that you saw them. I think is a very weird kind of response. That being said, no, they're not going to fire her. They're not. Yeah, sure. I know it's 1:30 in the morning your time. If you're up and you want to come on the Discord and have the conversation, we could talk about VidCon. Are you going to VidCon this year? I'm hoping, because, haven't seen you since last VidCon. A lot of people are going to be there. Going to be another wild experience, another grand old time to go. Anita is not going to be there, unfortunately. I have looked, but things could change. It's 6 weeks out. So, hey, General Grievous, how are you, buddy? I totally had expected to go into some news stories. I got shit lined up. We're having a conversation. William, I did hear about that. I did talk about that at the very beginning. Total Biscuit's cancer treatment is not working. He is in a lot of pain. He doesn't know how much time he has left, or he hasn't announced how much time he has left. He's effectively retired from being a games journalist. And I'm so sad for that. I'm super sad. You knew it was coming years ago. You knew about it. You don't know when it's going to happen. But it's one of those things where, I will probably cry when he dies. I'm not gonna shy away from that one. I've talked to him a few times. I greatly respect him. Even though if I feel he got a little bit, I had to unfollow him for a while, because of stuff, but, I also, I feel bad for that now too, right? Cause he got a little bit too political in a way that I wasn't really feeling, as I'm sure many of us have. But yeah, man, that's really fucking sad. He knew he didn't have the time. That's the whole thing. He followed me once on Twitter during Gamergate and at the end of 2014, and then on New Year's Eve unfollowed me once he got on the GG auto block list. He followed a whole bunch of us and then unfollowed us, and I got a little bit upset about that, because I'm like, he followed me just to kind of get on some list that I'm not even on. Heroic, it's on his subreddit, man. But yeah, I'm really bummed about that. That's some sad shit, man. This is, the thing is, it's to me, it's sad, because it's, how do I describe this? He's one of us, you know what I mean? Or we're one of him, whatever you want to call it. We operate in this space. We do this as a job. We share, fans, people know who everyone is, we've all in some respects communicated before, maybe not all the time or in the past. And then you find out, it's there, and then it becomes this thing where it's like this finite situation. is happening, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do except hope for the best, you know. And I know people always like to rag on thoughts and prayers, but that's sometimes that's all you can fucking give. And that's a sad thing with the TB and shit, man. You came to the realization about TB when he was in the hospital, but the confirmation today didn't make an easier pill to swallow. Yeah, easier pill to swallow. Yeah, I agree. It's really sad. So Will Wheaton and the Yogs cast should patch things up with him. Yeah, I think at this point, anyone, well, Anthony, yeah, some people will probably attack his history, as has happened before. I mean, Keemstar one time said, "I can't wait to report on your death," in true Keemstar fashion. You know, that's Keem. It's sad, man. It's sad. This is just the, no. It's okay. We can, no, we can talk about something better, Gina. No, seriously, jump in the Discord. The link is in the video description, and then I can add you into a call and we can talk. So yeah. Okay. Let me see here. I can bring you in. We could chit chat in that. Or I can open up. I guess I could open up a Hangout too, if that's better for you. I could do a Hangout. That's not a problem. It'll take me a second to set it up though, but I could do that as well. But yeah, I'm just kind of, yeah, the TB thing sucks. I hope, you know, I got to see him at PAX in 2016. I really wanted to say hi. But I never got the opportunity to. And yeah, I mean, these things happen. Yeah, the CoxCon thing really bugged me too. It bugged a lot of people. So I'm not going to be, I'm not so, you know, I just refollowed him tonight, so I keep updates and shit. Did I vote in 2016? Do I plan on voting in 2018? New polls say Dems are losing millennials. I did vote, and I do plan on it, yes. You know, I mean, obviously, I think I got to look into the candidates here. I have time to look into the candidates here. I don't just want to vote straight Democrat. Like, if a person is, you know, if the current incumbent is good, I vote for them. If the incumbent is, if the person is bad, then I won't. Okay, I'll do a Hangout. That's fine. Give me a second to set all that shit up. Weird thing is, when it comes to YouTube, or when it comes to doing Google Hangouts, I cannot get OBS to accept Google Hangout from Firefox. It requires me to have it set up through some other shit. So I have to go and figure all that out with everything else. Hold on a second. God damn it. This will take me a fucking minute to get everything situated here, because I apparently am just a super unprepared individual. This is why I like fucking Discord. It's so much easier. Wow. I've Jesus. Everyone's posting videos and losing subs, man. I swear to God, this whole situation is shit. This whole situation is bad. YouTube likes to fuck around way too goddamn much. I know Tim Pool talked to YouTube, and I have a feeling he talked to them, and everything about the live stream, because all of a sudden Tim Pool starts doing live stream shit. I have a feeling that's what happened with that. All right, we're gonna do unlisted on that one. Okay, and let me get that situated here. I have to find the right. Do I have it up here? So I gotta find the OBS setting. It's been a while since I've done this. Give me a second here to bring this up. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can do that one. All right. Let me just... Okay, I'm almost there. I'm getting it there, guys. I apologize. Okay. Oops. All right, I sent Gina the link, and I need to... Shit. Hold on, untangle this crap and then get my camera. I'm gonna have to deactivate the camera for a hot second and come back in. Oops. Where the fuck is that at? Shit. Okay. I gotta... Hold on, I'm figuring this thing out. I know, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll get there. Okay. Shit, we're... Oh, that's locked, that's why. Okay. Center the... All right. I'm just quickly rebuilding. Hey, what's up, Gina?
Hello, you got me?
I got you. Yeah. Hold on one sec. I'm just gonna have to deactivate.
Are we live?
Yeah. I think they can hear you. I'm going to switch over real quick to something.
Okay.
Hold on. This is on my end here. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking my OBS. I'm not programmed for this yet on OBS.
I'm sorry.
No. I have it. No, I have it programmed. I haven't used it in a while,
I
and
see.
so I'm just like, there we go on that one, and
Okay.
I can deactivate that, and
Well,
I'm figuring out some shit here. I'm so stupid. All right.
No, I just happened to catch the fact that you were streaming on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna hop the hell in. But it is 1:30 in the morning for me, so
Yeah, I know it's late.
know.
There we go. There we go. See, now we're cooking the fire, or now we're
All
thinking in
right.
portals.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hello, chat. Nice to see you all.
What
Hello,
I
hello.
love is that this camera I'm using can easily patch into Google Hangout and looks fucking fantastic on camera.
Yeah, it does. It looks very nice.
It's
Well done, sir.
it's a Canon 7D.
Canon 70. What?
No, it's the camera's it's a Canon 7D. It's a DSLR. The
Oh,
fucking 10.
7D.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went I either go big or go home, you know what I mean? Like gotta make sure.
Absolutely.
Even though like I take like my shitty ass phone to like VidCon. I'm like, I'm gonna record around fucking VidCon, and I come home and it's like a
That's what you
decent
have
setup.
to do. Everybody has to record at VidCon. That is the way to do things.
But I mean, like it makes really good for like, there's that movie Vantage Point that's like, they're trying to like solve a terrorist act and like they keep looking through like different people's cameras the entire time. Like that's how they're trying to solve the mystery, to figure out like who did what.
I am unaware of that film, but it sounds pretty cool.
Well, I feel that ultimately is what is basically what VidCon would be if a crime was committed. You know what I mean? Like you were outside last year when Logan Paul did that stupid fucking stunt of like running into the fountain and shit,
Oh yeah. I got all of that on camera. It was a surreal moment. Watching it was like vultures happening upon just one guy. I sincerely thought that he was going to be just a skeleton after he came out of that because they were just swarming upon him. It was a crazy moment for sure.
I mean, I saw security. I saw him. Because at first you hear the crowd. I think that's the thing people need to remember. It's like you hear the crowd, and when the crowd comes, then you see Logan, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why do you hear this like this incoming tsunami of young girl? You hear young girls screaming like they're at a Beatles concert. And then like
there was a lot of just pockets. This happened all over VidCon, which is I'm super excited for VidCon. I can't friggin' wait. But there's just walking around there was just pockets of cheers sporadically, and then you would try to figure out where it's coming from, and you just couldn't because there was so many creators there that I hadn't even heard of. And I remember asking like this random little girl, I was like, who's Logan Paul? And she was like, he's a really popular YouTuber. I'm like, oh, okay, what does he do? And she goes, well, he has like 3 million subscribers. I was like, but what does he do? No one could answer me. It was very silly how that all went down.
It was, yeah, it was very interesting in regards to how, like, I knew who, like, the Paul brothers were, but, like, I didn't fully understand. And then it was, like, the third or fourth day when I recognized one girl specifically had worn the same outfit for those days. I saw her first Wednesday morning. Like, I first noticed her Wednesday morning, like, walking by my hotel. And then every morning I kept seeing her, like, every day. I kept seeing her, like, in the same outfit. And then it's like, and then I'm pretty sure I saw her in, like, the Logan Paul thing. My favorite though was Tana Mongeau, whatever her name is. She was rolling around, and I don't think you were with me the couple times I did this, because I did do this a couple times. Is the first time I saw her walking by herself. She's on her phone, like, right? So I kind of, like, get close to her, and there was, like, a group of girls that was kind of, like, sneaking, like, because like, when one of these big stars is there, this is great. When these big stars is there, you will notice, like, the girls that are, like, the people that are trying to talk to them, they start, like, circling them, like a jackal in the wild. You know,
yeah,
they're looking to, like, find their opening to go and, like, attack and get the autograph or the selfie. And so I saw these girls kind of doing that, and I just got really close to her and I yelled out, "Oh my God, iDubbbz is here!"
Oh,
and she fucking looks her, she pops her head up, right, like a fucking lemur, right, and she just boop 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 boop, and then she just takes off running, and then the girls just follow suit. I mean,
was iDubbbz there?
No, of course not. He's iDubbbz.
Like, I think he's going this year though.
I would very much hope that. I'd like to meet iDubbbz. I know he's from San Diego, and I'm from San Diego, and I'll be like, hey, man, like, let's talk,
like him.
Let's talk about the hot spots.
His content's so great. I really enjoy it. It's crazy, you know. I mean, you and I, we've been on YouTube for a very long time now, and it's just fascinating to see how much it's evolved, and wondering if it's going towards the better or if it's going towards the worse. I don't know, because I feel like, you know, these days it's difficult to solely base all your income off of YouTube. You know, you can't pull an Onision and do that. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, right now, pretty much the vast majority of my income is off of YouTube AdSense. And like, last month was, like, fucking solid. And this month has been shit. But this month has been shit for a multitude of reasons. And this is where it's kind of like, this is where I get really frustrated with a lot of my fellow content creators, because so many of them never take the fucking time to go and read what the hell is going on, right? Like, when I was at Kilroy, like, I'm talking to Roaming Millennial, and she's telling me, she's like, you know, one of my patrons apparently is a super fan of yours, and she turned me on to watching your content. And she's like, I really enjoy watching your stuff. You cover stuff no one talks about. Like, you cover YouTube, and, like, no one ever talks about what's going on with YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that weird? Right? Like, isn't this a little bit weird? That it's like, this is our job, this is our home, this is where we spend most of our time, and yet you can't be bothered in many cases to just go and read the product blog, read the YouTube creator blog, like, look to see what changes are happening and how they're happening in order to maybe be prepared for that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, see, I when I started YouTube, my intention was never to, you know, make it a career or anything. So I guess that I'm coming at it from, like, a different kind of perspective. What I'm seeing, it's, you know, I'm observing everything that's going on, like, especially when the adpocalypse took over, and you know, people started not being millionaires on YouTube, you know. I just see a platform that is evolving, and one has to evolve with it and learn to branch out and find other avenues to put their talents towards, because we can't stay locked in one thing all the time.
With
Like
YouTube
at the moment,
demonetizing independent
I'm
media,
working
please
on a
consider.
national show, but I don't want
With
to
YouTube
do it
demonetizing
forever, so I'm
independent
trying
media,
to
please
branch out and find my own other path. But like,
with
thankfully
YouTube
I
demonetizing
go to
independent
work,
media, please.
5 days a week and get weekends off, because you don't go into work when the markets aren't open, which is pretty nice. Oh, you got a little super chat there.
Oh, give this to Gina.
Aw, thanks, Gonzo. Appreciate it.
I won't be able. I won't be able to do that until June. So I'll bring $3.70 and I'll just like hand it to her in pennies or something. I'll just start pelting. I'll just start pelting it at her from the fucking bar at the Hilton.
Like, how rude.
Gina, here's your $3.70.
Thank you. So did you want my take on Kilroy?
Yeah. I do actually, because you and I were kind of going a little bit back and forth on the DMs a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, because it's I mean the event was good. The event was good. It happened. Like I think that above all else gets extremely overlooked. Is that the event happened, and to people who were actually there, it was actually a really rip-roaring success, I'd say, for the vast majority.
Yeah, it seemed to me that everybody there had a very nice time, and why would I ever discount that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know me, Matt. You know me. I don't take sides. I have my own string of thoughts, and I'm gonna call things out as I see them. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be rude about it, but I have my own mind about a thing. So if you want my opinion about it, I think the whole entire event was put together far too quickly. An event like that, I'm no event planner, but I have friends who are. And for something of what the magnitude that they were going for, it felt and looked kind of thrown together, truthfully.
Well, I don't disagree with you on that one, actually. I feel like the 4 months from the announcing of it and then to it happening was probably a little bit too quick.
Mm-hmm. And you can't discount all of that, NDA shit show that went down.
No, that happened. That happened. And that was the best way to describe that is it was bad advice. Incredibly bad advice. It's very bad advice. And that was a huge part, is like, because it was a big issue in the beginning of it was the right hand didn't know what like the left hand was doing, because what you had is like you had talent acquisition who was I think like over inviting people. Yes. And as a result of that, there was like, so it wasn't that people were generally like, as from my understanding, they weren't disinvited. It was just kind of like they were just over invited, and then all the drama happened, and then Dave Cullen backed out. And that was like, so all this drama, like he was trying to figure it out, and then again, communication breakdown. And there was follies. There's lots of follies in the beginning of it, but then once all that kind of subsided in the beginning of the year, Base Mama ended up getting in the Mythicist Milwaukee guys. They came out, they started helping out and really kind of organizing. So she texts me and she's all like, hey, like the Mythicist guys have offered to help out. And my response back was, do everything they say. Just do it all, and obviously there was like, the references to DashCon, that was going to be inevitable. But I still think that the ball pit, the fact that they gave out the souvenir balls was pretty good. Did you see those?
I did.
Those were funny. Because it said on their official property or official ball pit of Kilroy 2018 or whatever. And that was my idea.
Oh, well, there you go.
I feel pretty good about the contribution. Like, I totally forgot about it, right? Like, it was an offhand comment I made in a call. And then I get there and I see, like, it says it. And I was like, oh, shit. That's so fucking funny.
There you go.
No, because the thing is, like, what I would have loved to have seen ultimately is, like, I would have liked there to have been kind of similar to Mythicist Milwaukee, where there would be debates about what was being discussed. It was, I gave a speech on the social media and whatnot. And
I saw.
I don't know how much of it you heard because I from what I understood, the audio was kind of shit on that stream.
It was fine. I heard everything.
Okay.
So don't fret.
Would you think of it? I thought I did pretty good. I
Um,
thought it was, but then again, I'm
yeah.
biased.
Well, naturally.
I love the hesitation. Yeah, it was like, I mean, like you said my name, that was cool, but like,
Oh, well, you did.
yeah.
I did hear that.
Well, because
Um,
what
mhm.
beforehand, before I went, like about maybe an hour earlier or whatever, I'm sitting behind Roger, and like we were sitting there just like we tuned into the stream real quick to see like what he was saying because we were out of earshot. And so
Okay, so no one narked on me. Okay.
No one narked on you. I just happened to see you chatting. I was sitting there with Repsion, and I'm just like, I'm like, oh, hey, dude, fucking Gina's there. And he's like, what the fuck's she doing there? I'm like, I guess she's watching. I'm like, I should say hi to her during my thing.
That's cute. I appreciated the shout out. Well, as you know, I was planning on going to Kilroy. I did buy my ticket, but then when all of this shit show went down, I did not feel comfortable contributing my money to it, so I did get it back. That's good. I had to, unfortunately, because there was so many problems with the PayPal account, I had to get the refund from my bank. So I know that you had said that there was money there that people still contributed, but they didn't go, That might have been the case because I couldn't get my money back from them. They wouldn't, I was emailing back and forth, and they said that they were locked out of their account and they can't do it. I was talking to PayPal. They were like, well, if they're locked out, they shouldn't be. It was a massive shit show on that.
Yeah, no, on that front, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I wasn't privy to any of that information.
Yeah, it was.
So I was just told like there's so many. My understanding of it was that there were so many refunds, like it just PayPal like shut it down, and then there was also like an expiration date for getting a refund, which I thought was really interesting.
I don't know about that, but
I didn't. Yeah, I was like, that seems kind of weird, but like I don't agree with that. You figure it would be any time. But no, there's clearly issues with it. The fundraising of the event, I think, was probably not like I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done it the way that they did it, but especially with the way things kind of planned out. Like, I think what I think happened is you were at VidCon, like you felt the love, right? You felt the joy. Everyone like, we got to do this again, right? Like, and that's kind of what the idea there was. It's like, hey, who just wants to go somewhere and like get fucking drunk for a weekend, right? Like Jeff Holiday's going like, we got to go to Vegas, and do all that stuff. And then like just go rent a place out in Vegas or some shit and have a good time.
Can I ask who I was supposed to feel the love from though? Because I was a little independent.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
I didn't hang out with I didn't go to your house parties or anything like that.
I thought you went to one of them. I know you went to the party in downtown.
Because we all drove there.
That party sucked.
Well, see, the one that I go to, it sucks.
Well, no. But the thing is, you left before it started really sucking. Like, you were there for the initial, hey, we totally got, like, what was it? What was the excuse? We rented this hotel roof bar, right? Like, we rented it out for the night for everyone to go and have a quiet party. And then last minute, the BET Awards comes in and snipes it.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. I was on my phone basically the whole night just dicking around. But you got a question in here. Lieutenant Dan says, if something like Kilroy were to happen again, what could be done differently with all that was learned? And I think that's a very good question. Yeah. Because is Kilroy 2019 happening? Is that something?
I don't know. I know that the organizers, based upon the response of those who attended, are excited to want to try again. Obviously there is some supreme lessons learned about all of this. There is, I would think that, it's going to be probably not at the same location. I mean, don't get me wrong. This place was really nice.
Yeah, it looked nice.
Like, it was very pretty. and it was very comfortable. But I don't think it's going to be. I wouldn't personally hold it there, like unless there were like a lot of people that were going to attend, and as a result of that, like there were going to be, some changes. I think what it is like the Mythicist Milwaukee guys had a lot of good input, because they're on their 5th convention, right, or 5th conference, so they have a lot of ideas.
I will be going to that too.
Yeah, I'm a special guest. I will be a special guest at the
that's pretty
event.
Cool. I've got lots of live streams coming up, definitely for VidCon and for Mythicus Milwaukee. I'll be streaming those and showing people what's going on. See that I know that you had this whatever with Roger. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to get into it. It's not any of my business. But what he did is essentially what I like to do. I like to just show people what's going on and, kind of give just a straight view. People kind of come to their own conclusions about it. And of course, all this drama that's going on, this is kind of the era of the shit show. People really do enjoy just kind of pointing and laughing at things that they're not directly a part of. So I get why people like want to shit all over Kilroy or whatever. I'm not here to shit all over it. I just think if I can be kind of honest with you, if you don't mind.
No, sure.
There was one panel that you guys had. It was the one like kind of after your talk. And I can't lie. It felt like the women's panel at VidCon Part 2. Honestly, that's what I was.
Which one was that one?
The one where Rucka was the moderator.
Oh, like the young people in alternative media or whatever.
Yeah,
that one. That was an interesting one. In many respects, I think because I was the only one there, like taking like a pro YouTube stance. It was really just me and Dreadmere going back and forth for like an hour.
Yeah, I didn't know who the other two guys were. I don't know you and Repstian, but
yeah,
the issue that I took with what went down at Kilroy is that it postured itself as this free speech event, but I witnessed upon these live streams that people were, like one question and that's it, like, and like there were moments that I saw that, I thought it was going to be more of a debate style thing and like more engaging with the audience, but it kind of felt like just here's my piece, here's my story, and then that's it. I don't know if it kind of like enriched a kind of dialogue that could have involved the people that were there to support it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what was going on. And why I say the women's panel Part 2 is because, not being a jerk or anything, but the women's panel at VidCon that we saw where Anita called Sargon a garbage human, which is still just so bizarre to me.
Yeah, that happened. We were all there live for it.
Yeah, I caught it on stream. It was great.
You were there.
It's kind of,
you were there.
Yeah, but it was kind of like it's hard to be a YouTuber and not talk about oneself. You know what I mean? And it kind of felt like you guys were relaying like personal struggles that only people in the YouTube know could understand and really get.
I think that was like no, I get what you're saying on that particular panel. Like I didn't know that was one that like I wasn't supposed to be on, I don't think. Mm-hmm. And then I finished up with my talk. I only had like 2 questions after mine. Like it was so funny because I had 2 questions after my speech, and then like later on I had like a litany of other questions from other people. It was just I'm like like we had time. We could have done it there, but
yeah.
No, and that's fine. That was totally fine. But yeah, later on, like that one was interesting. We had another panel. Like I was on 4 consecutive panels at the end of the day, right? And so like I went on to go do another panel in the other room, and that again was like kind of like independent media creators, and it was very similar on the same topic, which I wasn't entirely too thrilled about, because I'm like, we just kind of had this discussion, and that was and on that one it was Repsion, myself, and Roaming Millennial, and Roaming Millennial and I were
Mm-hmm.
kind of going back and forth about it for like an hour. And I think what it was is, what that's one of the things we need more of, is we would need more people that would be dealing with problems in the space of like, maybe like, online journalists, like people that would maybe be from like Huffington Post, or maybe be from, like Salon or Slate or Breitbart or something like that. Would be ideally, would be for the future. Um,
All right.
that ultimately, I kind of felt that's what a little bit of the thing was like in the beginning stages, when they were kind of pitching it. But then like I caught wind that like one of the alt-right people really wanted like a 2-hour panel on identitarianism. And I'm like,
Well, it's not up to the panelists. It's up to the, you got
well,
to get
that's,
people
but,
in
well,
charge
that,
to
yeah,
throw down the gauntlet and say, no, that's, this is not what you're going to get. You're going to get this, and you're going to be happy about it. You have to
well,
get
and
people with
then,
balls in charge, if I
well,
may.
that's kind of what put us in this precarious position in the first place. Is
Yeah.
it was the fighting over some, there was the NDA thing, kind of like, as far as I know, it kind of opened the floodgate for like the next little like nitpick, which is going to be the lack of a panel, because that's kind of what Andy Worski jumped on first, was the like,
Hmm.
I'm not getting my panel on offensive comedy. That's,
Right.
and so that's what he kind of latched onto. So and even then that could have, easily been figured out. I mean, yeah, no, there's, like I said, there were clearly problems. There was many a time where I was like, I don't want to go to this thing.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
backed it. I stand by it. I love it. I believe in the concept of it. And then I'm like, I just don't want to fucking go. But I'm glad,
Right.
ultimately, I'm very glad that I went. It was,
Yeah.
it was a good, the fact that it happened, like, and like, it's like I told Medicare, I'm like, the fact that it happened was a success. Was it perfect? Oh God, no. Will anyone say that it was
Right.
perfect? No, not one bit.
Right.
But people were there legitimately. The people who went, like, if you talk to them, they had a good time. Maybe not everybody. There
Well,
was
of course.
there was two people in particular I can think of, and that were, I think, well, one guy, not Roger. There's this other guy who was there, who flew out from Washington D.C., and he went out
Hmm.
there, and I'm pretty certain he was really intense, like, in everything. He was super intense in everything that he did, and it was a little off-putting because you couldn't quite tell, like, if he was angry, if he was just really, really intense. And I think he's a person who might have, he kind of I think had an eye for Roaming Millennial a little bit, and it was
Well, well,
a little bit weird, in some respects. Um,
this is hot gossip. Where's Keemstar? Let's
Oh,
get
I
him.
know. Let's
Oh
get
my
right.
god.
He's currently in the guarding, tending to the gnome patch. But no, there was like, like, again, there was like a couple people. There was the whole Roger thing, whatever, and which I meant to speak to him, but I never got the opportunity by the end of the day. And then he made like 3 attack videos on me. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. Which I thought was pretty funny.
Are you not used to quote unquote attack videos at this point
Oh
in
no,
your
I'm used to it.
YouTube
I'm used to it
career?
now.
They happen all the
I
time.
get him. Yeah,
Come
it's like,
on now.
it happens. It's happened a lot more in the last 4 months, but it's very funny. No.
But
He can have.
sorry,
No.
may I?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just thinking about this the other day. It's interesting because when I began YouTube, I definitely was getting, those little angry teenagers that I riled up because I made fun of their favorite band, you know. And of course they kept coming because I kept drawing so much attention to them, I kept saying, like, look at this person. Oh my god, can you believe what they said about me? And then, people would go after them. And I just think, as any kind of content creator, like I personally, I have a little trouble calling myself that because, I'm so on YouTube so infrequently, making quote unquote content, I guess. But what you pay attention to as a content creator, like, your audience is going to pay attention to. So if you're drawing attention to all the bad stuff that floats around you, then, like, you're going to attract more of it, you know?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
Some things are just funny to respond to.
Yeah. But, then is it worth it attracting all the bad stuff that happens? You said like in the last 4 months, like you've had the attack videos, you know, like like I just feel like that would suck, and it's not as fun, you know.
Yeah, some things are fun to respond to. Other things I just kind of ignore. But there's been like, you know, it's kind of just, it's sometimes they're just like so stupid. You're just like, I should ignore this, but at the same time, I'm just so dumbfounded. It kind of overrides a lot of sense, I guess. However weird that sounds. It just ends up like, you know, but I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. You know, that's just how I kind of roll. Like when I have like one of my live streams that I did at a protest got picked up by InfoWars. And that was a scary day because there was like 800 people in the live stream and they were all like spamming shit. And I was like, okay, like I don't, you know, the mods that I've chosen there, they know what my standards are, and I don't tolerate spam. I don't tolerate, you know, blatant like racist statements or anything like that. So they would just get rid of it, and I don't make any mention of it, you know. I did make the mistake though. I'll say this. I made the mistake because someone asked me, oh, what shoes are you wearing? And so I pointed down to my shoes. I'm like, look, I've got heels on. And one guy was like, can you show your feet again? I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Because guys get creepy with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I've had some interesting conversations with people over the years that have gotten a little bit kind of awkward over time. Mm-hmm. So no, I get you. I get you. I mean, the thing is, there are always people out there that you're going to attract one way or the other, and they're going to be, I guess, fun nonetheless. But no, you're right. Sometimes it's fun to like fire a couple shots back, but then at the end of the day, it's like, what was the point of this at all?
Exactly. So, it can be fun. But it's never going to stop. There's always going to be people online who just won't like you. And like, what can you do about it? You can't do damn. You gotta, because you know, for every bad there is good. So there's people that, you know, do care and really like you. So, you know, you give them the love, give them all the stuff, you know, and then, you know, whatever. Like, oh no, I mean, like I saw that, you know, when you were at Kilroy, I know that you and Medicare had a little chat. And like, I feel like he doesn't have any ill will towards you, you know, and
no, I don't get that either.
No,
no, I mean, we just had a conversation. That was about it. Mm-hmm. And then, and you know, and then I think some people made it out to be like, what I found to be really funny was the interpretation of that conversation, because like my interpretation of it was like, it was pretty like mellow. And it was just like talking about what's going on. And then he was like, okay, cool. And then like, I saw like people talking about it and they're like, oh, did you see like Medicare totally destroyed Mundane Matt? I'm like,
Matt, are you telling me people are exaggerating online? Oh my God.
No. I get that. But it's more like I sit there and I'm just like, did we see the same thing? It's just, I find it, sometimes I see some of the shit that comes across my desk in reference to me. And I'm just like, I stop and I'm just kind of, I'll take a step back and I'm just like, I got nothing. I can't do shit. I got nothing on this one. I'm like,
so
okay.
Why bother?
It's so weird. It's so weird. I think what it is for me is like, I don't mind if people don't like me, but like be factually accurate about not liking me, you know, like, so that's the whole thing. I was like, I think that's kind of like my thing is like, the further out there, like the claim, and there's been some really out there claims over the years. Like I had a guy last night, again, make a you know, a video about me, right? And in his video, he made the claim. He's like, oh, you know, during Gamergate, Mundane Matt created a Patreon in order to swindle money out of the people that watch him. And I'm just like, dude, I started a Patreon like a year before Gamergate was even a thing. You know, like,
well, did you tweet that out or something? Like
I did tweet that at the guy. Yeah, I'm all like, I had it beforehand. Well, no, and then today, for example, there was somebody that was trying to say that I was in anonymous cognitive thought stream, like threatening to DMCA the stream. And so there was like screenshots floating around of it that were like, oh, like mundane mass doing this. And then I'm like, I responded like, hey, did you see the little verified check mark next to my name? Nope, that's not me because I'm verified. So that's how you know it's me. And then he's like, oh shit, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. So it's like there's this constant spread of like, of fake news, of legitimately fake news. And so it becomes this issue of like, and I'm not the only one that deals with this.
Sound like Trump.
It's all fake news. It's all CNN. No. But I mean, like people like legitimately make up these things. Like, someone stubs their toe in Africa and I'll be like, Mundane Matt did it or some shit like that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like those, aren't that. But then there's times where it gets repeated in certain places. And then it gets like, you tell someone the same lie, often enough, they're going to start believing it. And so then like, I'll see these things come out and I'm just like, okay, first off, that never happened. That never happened. That never happened. And like, look, okay. Like the fallout of the VidCon drama at the party after you left, there was a whole crazy hair thing, right?
Oh, may we not? I don't
sure.
even, I can't even.
Yeah, can't even. That was the thing. That was a hell of a fucking thing. But essentially it's just like, sometimes there's that shit. And so it becomes this like, but the thing is like, you look at someone like maybe, I don't know if necessarily PewDiePie, but some YouTubers and definitely celebrities will hand their social media off to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't, like you deal with this shit. I ain't gonna deal with this shit. I don't have to anymore. I whatever. And so then that person just like, they don't have to deal with that shit anymore. But social media is such an important part of our form of communication. As I said in my speech about staying alive with social media. Well, I think the recording of that will pop up at least at one point in time. But it becomes such this big, large facet of our existence that it becomes necessary to have, because this stream, for example, it was set to unlisted, and I tweeted out. A few people saw it because I tweeted it out. Otherwise, they wouldn't have seen it. So it becomes this like this minefield you have to navigate. But more and more people, I don't know if you've seen this, more and more people are actually quitting social media. They're deleting their Facebook, they're deleting their Twitter, they're just disengaging because they're right. Tired of the hyperbole and everything else. And I mean,
but isn't it wasted energy to kind of keep, I guess, for lack of a better term, like setting the record straight, like, like if people have a thought about you, then they have that thought, but doesn't it just become like cumbersome to just keep, trying to like shuffle all the papers and, because then the more you do that, the more that, you set up like a defense about yourself, the more people are going to keep trying to chip away because they know
that's a very astute, that's a very astute point. And that's one of my personal things I got to work on. My girlfriend gives me shit for that all the fucking time, right? All the time. She's like, who cares what they say? And I'm just like, yeah, I know. I don't ultimately care what they say about me. I would just rather it be accurate, like if they're going like, oh, you're just mundane fat. Okay, fine. I have extra weight. I mean, that's perfectly valid. That's a perfectly valid observation. Thank you, you fucking Sherlock Holmes and shit. Right. And then it's like, like I did this one thing. I'm like, I never did. And then it's like, that gets under my skin. And I'm like, I'm trying not to engage, but it's like, I'd rather it be factually accurate. So it's kind of like this whole thing with Cog the other day and me having to DMCA the video of mine that he took. There was one comment that I saw from Dick Masterson of all people, and he commented on it, and he does not like me, but that's a whole other thing. And he goes, so is this one of those moments where would you rather be liked or be right? And I was like, I'd rather be right in this situation because these people already aren't going to like me. They have their reasons not to, even though with many of them, I've never even fucking engaged. So it's one of those things where it's like, you're never going to not like me. I'd rather at least there be the right story out there. But you're never going to control it. That's the biggest problem. And so the thing is, though, because you can't control it, it actually starts pushing a lot of content creators to just stop engaging. And one of the things I hear a lot from people who follow me is they go, "Oh,
stopping engaging."
Who do I? There's a lot of people that I know just stopped engaging on social media. It's just they tweet out occasionally. I don't want to name anyone directly by name because I don't want to give them like draw any attention to them. But there are people that I know who have done that. They very much limited their engagement with people. They still talk to people and they still do like the fan stuff, but they just kind of backed off. It's similar to YouTube in terms of the adpocalypse. It's a lot of people have also stopped creating as much content. And so it kind of becomes this scenario of people that just kind of pull themselves back for a multitude of reasons. And, it will eventually kind of turn itself around. I think a lot more YouTubers I know are definitely kind of, not rescinding, but they spend a lot of time inside, the group DMs and shit like that, and
that's where it all can go wrong.
Well, that's where it usually always goes wrong.
Exactly.
Like I had people the other day contact me in order to try to sell me on a narrative about some stuff involving Worski's Booker, right? And I literally don't even know a damn thing about any of that. No, I don't know anything about that shit either, to be honest with you. I just ignored it. And I just ignored it.
But you just told me about it, and you just told.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying, they know that information. You know what I mean? Well, no, I'm relaying a story. I'm saying it's like they're like trying to get me to like jump on something, right? And then they go, oh, but the Kumite beat you to it. I'm like, cool, let the Kumite have it. Like, I'm fine with that shit. I don't care. I'm not about that shit. I'm not trying to be in that kind of drama. So, because all I want to do, I mean, at this point, so you work a full-time job, right?
I full-time freelance, yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. No, freelance is good. Freelance is I enjoyed doing freelance work when I was living in LA.
And I have a very comfortable lifestyle right now, so thank you. I'm good.
Nothing wrong with that. You live in New York, and you have a comfortable lifestyle. You really can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of the 1%, Gina. You're part of the 1%.
Not quite.
No. I had a point there. God damn it! What was I going to make in that one? I kind of forgot. I had a point. It was going to be a thing.
You said I have full-time work. I have full-time work, and then.
Yeah, no, I kind of actually totally forgot my point on that one.
Oh, okay.
I did. Well, I was leaning towards something, but I did space out on what it was.
That's okay. That's probably a good time for me to make my exit. I do have to get to bed. I have work in the morning, but very nice chatting with you, Matt. Thank you for having me on your stream. Sure. I really appreciate it.
We'll definitely hang out in a couple months.
Yes, VidCon will be a lot of fun.
Now,
I cannot wait.
Are you getting a hotel that's closer to the event this time, or are you still gonna be where you were last time?
Yes. I did not get a car this time around, but I spent a little bit more money. I'm staying in Anaheim. I'm within walking distance to the convention center.
Nice.
So that will be good for me. And hopefully I don't even remember the name of the hotel at this point. Like I sincerely booked it at like 6 a.m. one time. So.
I'm doing the industry pass this time. So
very nice.
So I can go and take all the classes for how to do YouTube and shit. And I was gonna stay I was gonna do the Marriott, right? I was like, I'd booked a room at the Marriott because they had the discount, and then I'm like, I'm gonna be at an Airbnb with a bunch of people, and because like the $900 hotel room dropped down to a $185 Airbnb stay.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm like, I will crash on the couch for 5 days. I ain't give a fuck. Because
exactly.
we're not going to be sleeping much as it is. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll definitely. I don't quite know the plans for like parties yet or whatever. Who's going to be doing what just yet? But expect there to be lots of stuff, and I will definitely keep you in the loop of what's going down.
Cool.
So because that was the thing last year. I think what it was is we kept going to Bunty's, and I didn't know Bunty very well, so I didn't like. There were so many people that went over to the house that like weren't like officially invited, but just kind of caught the address on the interim, and I felt bad because I wanted to include you, but then I didn't do it as often as I should. So this year, I'll keep you in the loops because you're closer now, and
all right, sounds good.
To chill. So, Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up too because I'm gonna fucking go take care of my daughter because I think she got to go. Yeah, she's about feeding time now. So,
Okay.
all right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be on tomorrow night, actually covering the news stories I was going to cover tonight because I had a bunch lined up. Good shit. But I'll see you guys
Okay.
later. Have a good one and
Goodbye,
peace.
chat.